Do you like games with more freedom than common sense? Games where the economy is player driven, and so are the war crimes. Where the real end game is telling new players, yeah, there is dual wielding in this game. Just max every combat ability. Trust me, bro. Do you like games with a small but loyal player base? What about a game where, no matter how prepared your group is, your collective IQ drops by half the instant PvP starts? If you answered yes to any of the above questions, what the fuck? Welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of the Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero, where we will continue to follow our brave hero, Nope the Thursar. This episode is chock full of stuff. I'm actually really excited about this episode and for you to watch it. You're going to see things like some PvE, some PvP. We start talking about trinkets. We do some duels. We define our Season 1 goals. And we even do some bossing. So this is a jam-packed episode. Cannot wait for you guys to watch it. Can't wait to read your comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's get right into episode 4 of Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero. And welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of the Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero. I gotta say, guys, I really appreciate all of the support so far on the series. Hundreds of views per video. I've gotten a bunch of subs. I'm working on getting into the Mortal Online 2 creator program on this account. And yeah, it's been great. Shout out to everyone leaving positive comments. Thank you all for that support. Let's take a moment real quick to dive into, as promised, our Season 1 goals of Mortal Online 2 Zero to Hero. Alright, so here's our Season 1 goals for the series. Now again, the way a season is defined is once I complete all the things on this list, the season is over. I'll take like a week or two break just to recharge, not get burnt out on recording all the time, and then we'll get right back to it for the next season. We'll set a new set of goals. I think this set of goals is very well balanced for, number 1, being achievable in a short amount of time. Number 2, it's got a good balance of PvE, PvP, and early game progression. So let's go ahead and break these down. The first one, obviously, Clade level 20. I want to unlock, listen to me. I want to unlock mastery. Number 2, I want to kill every sewer boss. The sewers are kind of new player content. There's 7 sewer bosses in total. There's 2 in Tindrum, 2 in Fab, and 3 in Morinkur. So I want to do all of those, probably do them all solo, because they're very simple bosses, just to showcase them. Number 3, I want to obtain a starter set of trinkets. So you get 2 rings and an amulet, like we've talked about before. I just want to get an okay, cheap, just something that gives us some sort of stat or boost in all 3 slots, just to get us started. Number 4, I want to build a house. Territory control, house ownership, player-made structures is a big part of the game. And there's a lot of things that you can put into your house, like crafting benches, storage chests, a lot of stuff. So I want to build a house. Number 5, complete a bounty. Bounties are just fun to do. I'll probably complete more than one. Maybe we'll even have a bounty hunting episode where we just do a bunch of bounties, like with me and my friends. That'd be a lot of fun. But I want to do at least one bounty. You get a contract, you go find them, you track them with the birds, you kill them, and then you turn in the contract. Number 6, I want to participate in an outpost siege. We haven't really talked about outposts yet, so when we get to that part of the season, I will explain how outposts work. But I want to do an outpost siege, whether defending or attacking doesn't matter. That's going to be a lot of fun. So numbers 5 and 6 here are obviously PvP related. Number 7 is going to be a fun grind. Obtain any cape. Capes are rare soulbound drops that drop from all different types of bosses, some of them in the sewers. Who knows? Maybe when we're doing our sewer bosses, we'll get really, really lucky. And number 8, I want to learn a profession. So I want to fully learn at least one profession, whether it's fishing, crafting, extracting, gathering, whatever it is. I want to get 100 in at least one profession for Season 1, and we'll expand on it in Season 2. So those are the goals. Looking forward to crossing these off. Now, with all that laid out, I figure the lowest hanging fruit is obviously the first one, which is Clade level 20, right? We are already level 16, halfway through 16 as well. 5242, 5,242 XP away. Wait, 4,000. What? I can't math. Put the number on the screen. That's how much Clade we are away, or glory we are away from Clade level 17. So I figure lowest hanging fruit is Clade 20. Let's get started. Let's kick this episode off with a quick ding on Clade level 17. Now, obviously, you guys get the gist by now. Going to be doing some dailies, going to be doing some Risars. I am not going to make you sit through all of that for another episode. I will be back with you when we hit Clade 17. All right, so we are nearly Clade level 17. We are getting there, but I took a quick break and I was reading some of the comments over the last couple of episodes. Now, keep in mind, some of these comments came in on episode 2. This is now episode 4. I am typically about a week ahead of release. So when episode 3 comes out, like I'm currently recording for episode 4. When 4 comes out, I'm recording for 5, etc. But anyways, 2 pieces of feedback that I got. Speaking of, in the last clip, we talked about all the comments and stuff. 2 things people wanted to see. Number 1, you might notice in the bottom right of the screen, you can now see my inputs when I do things. Somebody said it might be interesting to see like what key presses I'm doing. You can see like V and B there. See my overheads on my mouse. And it's interesting, like when I spin, you'll be able to see the keybinds I'm pressing. So I don't know. Thought that's cool. Anyways, so that's one thing that I'm going to try out this episode, and you guys let me know if it's distracting. Do you like it? Is it annoying to have on the bottom of the screen there? You let me know. Secondly, I'm getting ready to do another Risar task, and another person commented, if you could show how to get to the Risars near MK, that would be good for them. So I'm just going to keep it rolling here. We're going to speed it up. And I'm going to show you guys where I go to get to the Risars here in MK. So let's get cruising. We are at the rich side bank with the courtyard. So you want to come out of the bank and look at this staircase and then follow along.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I'm in danger.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Looks like we're not going out backdrop today, boys. Oh, boy. All right, well, there's like 6 or 7 people up there, not letting anyone go through backdrop. So I guess I'm just going to let them clear out. We'll try that again later. Instead, don't worry, commenter, I will show you how to get to the Risars in MK. Instead, let's take a quick look at what our dailies are and do those instead. Go from there. Oh, of course it's fucking Risars. Okay, well, we're gonna drop this Risar task and take this daily Risar task, and we'll go do that in a little bit. But let's do brown bears and keratin for now. That's what I'm gonna do. And then we'll backdrop in a bit. I can't believe they're just sitting right there. As I was riding up, I saw the bags. I was like, oh, someone must have gotten ganked here recently. And then, like, as my field of view adjusted, I was like, uh-oh, there's like 6 people here. All right, let's go do some dailies. All right, so I went and did some dailies, and then I logged out for a lunch to just eat and wait for people to clear out. So hopefully they're not chilling up there anymore. But I noticed, I did foraging and hunting, and I noticed that I'm about to ding 17. So I wanted to make sure I got this on camera because we are going to ding 17. We'll pick a new Clade. And then, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Hang on. Bang. We officially can get the top level of foraging tasks. We are nowhere near maxed yet, but we can certainly get them. And let's go ahead and take hunting. Bang. Beautiful. Clade level 17. Don't you just love it? All right. So last level we got here. So we have an option between +5 stam in a con or +5 health in a con. Obviously, I'm going to go health here. We now have a staggering 215 health. This isn't that much. I've seen builds get as high as like 240 with really good trinkets, which is out fucking rageous, but we're getting there. 215. We'll get another 10 from Mastery later on down the way. Here, you can get another 10 maximum health going down this tree. We have not unlocked Mastery yet, though. That'll be after Clade level 20. So, cool. Now let's see how much we need. Oh, 14.7k. That is a lot of Risar tasks. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to spend some time just farming some Risars, hanging out, building up some money in the bank before we move on to the rest of what's going to happen in this episode. Obviously, you're not going to sit there and watch it all. To you, it's going to be, I don't know, 20 seconds from now. But I'm going to spend some time, maybe squeeze out level 18 just to make some extra progress this episode. And then we're going to move on to the next set of things we're doing in this episode. I got a couple things I want to get done. Some PvE, some PvP, some neither. Maybe some crafting or something. Who knows? Anyways, I'm going to go do some Risars. And I will see you guys in just a short while. So I'm getting ready to go do those Risars for the daily. I also repicked up the Direwolf daily as well, which we can do down in Toxai Valley, but that's besides the point. I actually thought this would be a good opportunity to reattempt showing you guys how to get to the Risars from MK. So take two. This is the Rich Side Bank, the one by the courtyard. You're going to come out this way, face the stairs, and follow along. That's not very promising. That Belbus was attached to somebody and it just leashed. There might be someone at the Risar camp. Anyways, there's two Risar camps. The first 5 are right around this bend to the left, and the other 4 are right in those trees right there. So 4 there, 5 there. So if you have 9 or under, you can do it in a single run. If you have 10 or more, it takes a couple of runs. There's a guy right there. Let's go see who it is. Iron Forge. He's a Bob. We'll leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Anyways, yeah, so that's how you get there. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I actually had an idea. So some of these grinds are going to get a little bit long. Like when we start doing profession training and these Clade grinds, like 14.7k is a lot of Clade. So once we start doing that, it's just going to be me kind of like playing off camera a lot to get to what I need to record. So I'm going to start streaming it. Go ahead and give me a follow on twitch.tv/deepcheekdweller. Same name as the YouTube channel. And when I do these long stretch grinds, I'll be doing them live. In fact, as soon as I'm done recording this clip, I'm going to go live on that channel. So yeah, let's get to tasking. I'm going to kill a lot of Risars. I'll be back with you guys on the video side in about 14,300 Clade. See you soon. All right, so it's been a couple of hours. I streamed for like 2.5, 3 hours just grinding, talking to chat, and then I took a little bit of a break, and then off camera finished up the grind. We have a completed task here for 5 Risars, and we are just a mini fart away. We're a half-hearted toot away from level 18 on Clade, so we're going to turn this in. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Twitch stream. Again, guys, I think what I'm going to be doing is anytime there's a long stretch of grinding that I want to do off camera for a Clade level, because Lord knows they're not getting any shorter, a Clade level, maybe farming for a cape, because that's one of our Season 1 goals, you know, whatever it might be, I'm going to be doing that over on my Twitch channel. So definitely drop a follow on the Twitch channel to keep in touch with that kind of stuff. I do appreciate those of you who showed up to the stream. That was cool. A couple people even came in, said, hey, I've been watching the videos. I like the series. So the support, guys, has been really awesome. At the time I'm recording this clip right now, a couple hours ago, episode 3 went live, and the support so far in that episode has been fantastic. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and engaging with the content. It's really cool. So let's go ahead and turn this in. And there it is, Clade level 18. Now that took 14,700 glory. Let's see what it takes to get to level 19. 16,500. And then I think it's 20k or something like that for 20. Outrageous. So we have 3 options, right? We've got 3 more Clade points, 3 options. We got +5 stam, 1 con, +2 con, and +2 max con. The stam, I don't really care that much about. It's just 5 stamina that's gone in, you know, a nanosecond when you're sprinting, especially with your weapon out. So we're going to take the +2 con, which is going to further overflow us, but then it'll be offset by the next level, which is +2 max con. And then level 20, our last level, will be large lungs here for the +5 stamina. Let's go ahead and do that. So what I want to do is, in every episode, I want to clear off at least 1 of our goals, if not 2, right? And I think one easy one to check off today is starter trinkets, right? Now, obviously, if we want good trinkets, best in slot stuff, we're going to be farming. That's going to be like a season 2 thing where we're farming trinkets, doing rolls, getting flux, doing re-rolls on our trinkets, trying to get best in slot stuff. But right now, I just want to get a set of starter trinkets that just get us going, right? Give us a little extra oomph where we need it. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the results of the last 3 to 4 hours of Risar farming in my bank. And then we're going to go look at the market for some trinkets. All right, so all of that Risar farming has garnered us a grand total of 692 plus 10, 702 gold. We've got half a stack of grain steel. Stacks are 10k, by the way. Half a stack of grain steel, a little under half a stack of pig iron. This is going to be money. When this grain steel gets to a full stack of 10k, we're going to be able to sell that for at least a couple hundred gold. So having this kind of money, also we have 52 silver aegises, which is really nice. We're probably going to grab some passive combat abilities as well. So having this much money is great because this is going to help us with building that house, which is another one of our season 1 goals. But for now, let's actually go down to the poor bank because there is a trade broker inside the bank, and let's look at some trinkets and see if we can't snag a full starter set of trinkets and knock something off early. Okay, so we want to look at trinkets. I'm gonna just skip. Okay, you know what? This is a good a time as ever to explain things. So you guys already know you get 2 ring slots and an amulet slot. Essence orbs are a whole nother fucking ball game, and I'll explain those later. But you've got your base metal and your gem. So the base metal tiers are cuprum, silver, gold, skateite, ogmium, from worst to best. Cuprum, silver, gold, skateite, ogmium. Now the metal determines the number statistics. So for example, when we look at this ring, this is a silver topaz. When you see plus a number, just a regular number like 2 strength, 1 raw int, stuff like that, that is dictated by the metal. And the better the metal, the higher those values can be. Percentage-based values, like this 1% loot luck, 7% slashing damage, 1% piercing damage, that is dictated by the gem. The gem can go from red coral to amethyst to topaz to ruber to adamant. Okay, now the better the gem, the better you can get on your percentage rolls. So metal dictates your regular number stats, and gem dictates the percentage stats. That's really all there is to it. When you get a ring for the first time, as you saw in episode 3, it's unidentified. And you can ID it for 5 silver, and that shows you what its statistics are. Now, you can re-roll rings, but it's quite expensive. Typically, people don't do it unless it's like, you know, you get like a ruber, and it's a really rare, very expensive drop, and you want to roll it to be better. That's a scenario where you might use flux. So let's go ahead and just start with gold and see what prices we're kind of looking at. And we're going to look at rings first. 2 raw dex, a psych, and a raw con, plus 2 mana, plus 2 stamp. For 35 gold, this is kind of good. 2 raw dex would get us to 91 dexterity. 1 raw con would get us to 118 con. The max mana does nothing for us, but a little bit of max stamp. This is definitely a possibility. You know what? For only 35 gold, I'm just going to take this just in case I don't find anything better. I also have some trinkets I haven't identified yet, but let's go ahead and pick this one up. Let's see what else we've got. I think I'm going to go with 3 more raw con with 4% loot luck and a slashing damage. It's not great, but I mean, it's 100 gold. I might be overpaying for this, but whatever. There's no raw strength on the market right now, so let's just go ahead and buy it. Where is it? 3 raw constitution. Yep, there it is. All right, so we've got some rings. Fantastic. Let's look at amulets. Oh, yeah, here's another thing. So rings give you, in the regular number, like the base material stats, you get statistic, like attributes. Amulets give you skill points. So, for example, this one gives aiming technique in mounted combat. This one gives defensive stance and herding, etc., etc. You know, honestly, I'm not really seeing any necklaces or amulets that I like at all here in MK. So I think I'm just going to stick with the rings for now. And we will leave this Season 1 goal unchecked just a little bit longer, but we're 2/3 of the way there. So let's talk about charging trinkets. So when you have a trinket, equipping it doesn't necessarily just do something. You see how this gold is shinier than this one? Well, the difference is this one is charged. You have to go to a specific vendor and get charging materials to charge a trinket. When you charge it, it gets 3 charges, and every time you die with it equipped, it loses a charge until you have to charge it again. The level of the material changes how much the charge costs per trinket. So if I equip this right now, nothing will actually happen until I charge it. Okay, so if we come to the supplies vendor here, you can see all of the different recharge polishes, from cuprum to ogmium. So this is 1 recharge polish per trinket. So for gold, it's 20 a piece. So we'll go ahead and buy the 2. I already brought the 40 gold with me. And then you can do this guy, the cognizant. Go to charge, drop the trinket and the recharge, click the button. Drop the trinket and the recharge, click the button. And now they both have 3 charges. So let's see what happens here. Here's 3 raw constitution, right? My constitution is 117. So when I put this on, instead of overflowing by 3, it's just going to increase the max and give us the 3. So by equipping this, I now have 120 con. Now we are a little overflowed because of the 1 dexterity, but I'm not really worried about that right now. And then this one is 2 raw dex and 1 raw con. So we'll go to 91 dex and 121 con. There it is. See, we almost have 220 health now, which is actually pretty crazy. And with 91 dex, I think I can run like 421 now. Let's take a look. 420. Okay, not bad. I'm running okay speeds for a Calored Thursar. Great. All right, so we're 2/3 of the way to etching off this Season 1 goal of a starter set of trinkets. Okay, now this is interesting. So I was looking at the broker in Fabrinum, and for 50 gold, I can get 23 active regeneration, 11 defensive stance, 19 armor crafting, which I'm thinking armor crafting might be the profession I learn. Maybe I'll do just swords instead, I'm not sure. But 23 active regeneration, 11 defensive stance, 4% necromancy defense, 2% ecumenical defense. Now, those aren't high numbers, but as a Thursar, we're susceptible to magic, so for 50 gold, that's not terrible. You know, it could be worse. So, and it's pre-charged. I mean, let's look at our skills here. Active regeneration. I could use the points, right? Defensive stance. I could use the points. Armor crafting's whatever. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to run to Fab with 50 gold and get this amulet. All right, we're here in Fabrinum. By the way, I mentioned this in episode 1, but Fabernum is literally Haven. Or, I guess the other way around. Haven is Fabernum, but on its own secluded island. This is the exact same city, same layout. Some of the NPCs are in different places, though. Anyways, let's come to the broker. And hope nobody bought that ring on my way over. Trinkets, we're going to go amulet, gold, apply. We're going to go lowest first, 100. It was 50 gold. There it is. Active regen, defensive stance, armor crafting, necro defense, EQ defense. Perfect. And it's charged. Look at that, fully charged. Fantastic. Let me actually demonstrate what this does as well. Let's look at here. Active regeneration, defensive stance. Pay attention to both of those. We're going to equip. And they just went up. So we have officially checked off the first part of our Season 1 checklist. And that is a set of starter trinkets. Now, they're not the best trinkets, but they're all gold. They're all amethysts. I only paid like 200 gold for the whole lot. I probably overpaid, but, you know, fuck it. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty happy with this. So that is item number 1 checked off. Let's move on. All right, so what is next? So, hey there, me again, the pause guy from episode 2. I'm editing this right now, and I just now realized that for some reason, while I'm recording this clip and the duels that are about to follow, for some reason, the inputs were not showing on screen, and I'm upset about that because I was actually really excited to show you guys dueling with the keyboard on screen. So I promise you guys, I apologize. Next time we have PvP, they will be on screen for those of you who wanted to see it. But anyways, let's get back to the clip. Enjoy the rest of the video. Another item on our Season 1 checklist that I think is kind of low-hanging fruit and we could check off, you know, in this episode is all of the sewer bosses. Like I said at the beginning, there's 7 of them. There's 2 here in Fabernum, there's 3 in Morin Kur, and there's 2 in Tindrum. Well, we're already in Fab, and I've got a gear set. So assuming I don't die down there, we can go do both of the bosses right now, if they're up, of course. But it looks like there's a lot of dueling going on here. I think it might be time for a dueling session. I don't know. We'll see if any of these guys will give me a duel or not. But anyways, that's the game plan. I'm going to see if I can catch a duel or not. And then we are going to go down into the sewers and start the sewer boss rush. Damn. Ah, which one is that? Is that a left? Or I have to block
Down.
down? Oh,
Down.
that one's tricky, dude. Ah, no. Good fight. Good fight. Well, that was a lot of fun. Nothing like a good, lighthearted dueling session. I appreciate when people are just having fun, laughing, and beating each other up. You know, too many times you get people who ego duel, and you know, I think dueling is a lot of fun. And you know, I'm not a big guy on ego dueling, so you know, you'll see just as many wins as you see losses in this series. A lot of people will not clip their losses, but it's all part of it. Also, the first guy you saw in that dueling edit was a guy named Draco King, also known as Himothy. He is another MO2 content creator. He streams on Twitch. I'll put his channel in a screenshot here on the screen. But a big part of what I want to do here as well, not only just introducing new people to the game, having some fun, making some content, but I'd also love to elevate other creators. So go drop Himothy a follow on Twitch. He's a super cool streamer. And in fact, back in the day, I used to be in a guild with him. So cool guy. Go check him out. Anyways, back to business. Let's make sure Yep the Third's following us. Also, I don't think I actually officially mentioned how I got to the third, but Yep the Second fell in battle in episode 3. When we were fighting the two, Bozo the Clown in episode 3, when we were in that fight, they killed Yep the Second. Those sons of bitches. Anyways, let's go ahead and stable Yep the Third here and get down into the sewers and do what we said we were going to do, which is the sewer boss rush. Fabrinum are the sewers that I know the least about. So I figure what a way to start is the two bosses I don't even know how to get to. So let's go do those. And then we'll go down to Tindrum, and then we'll go to MK, and we'll do those 3. So we're a bit closer to Tindrum right now than we are to MK. We're here, and that's Tindrum, and then back there is MK. I'll probably do Fab, Tindrum, and then Bank and Home Priest. And then just buy a new set and more incur. I can't be bothered to ride all the way over there today. It's a Saturday, and I got yard work to do, boys. So that's what we're going to do. All right, let's get down into the sewers and start this boss rush. See you in a minute once I figure out where the fuck I'm going. Okay, I do know for a fact this is one of the boss arenas here. I have no idea what this boss is. I'm not 100% certain you can solo it, but I know that every other boss I can think of in every sewer in the game is soloable. So I think we're gonna just go in there and just, I don't know what to expect. I have lifesteal, I have a health pot if I need it. Should be fine, right? The Sewer King. Let's open the journal window, see what he says. Sewer King. Odd reports have been spreading throughout the town of Fabrinum about a misfit gang inhabiting the sewers underneath the streets. According to some, voices have been heard carrying up from the sewer grates of multiple voices, all loudly proclaiming themselves the king of the sewers. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go. Hello? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's just some guy. He's just some dude. He doesn't even have a weapon. There it is. Whoops. Oh, he's not animating. That's not good. Oh, this guy's nothing. I'm just gonna spam through his shit. I'm the new king. I like his helmet, dude. I don't think I've ever seen this armor anywhere else. Whoops. Oh no. Very cool. I wonder what his drop table is. Well, that's one boss down. We have one more boss in the Fabrinum sewers to go find. Now, obviously, that probably seemed pretty easy to you guys. Keep in mind, I'm a Clade 18 Thursar with all my combat abilities, and I've got some trinkets and stuff. And, you know, if you leave Haven and come down here, it's going to be like what happened with the bandits in episode 2. And you're just going to get absolutely dog-walked literally instantly. So make sure before, even though these bosses are noob-friendly, make sure you at least have some power before you do them. All right, let's figure out where the fuck the other guy is now. All right, so I asked Nave chat because I wanted to be sure that there actually was 2 sewer bosses in Fab, and they're saying there's Sewer King and Bandit Leader. So now we just need to figure out how to get to the Bandit Leader. I'm backtracking a bit, looking for a split in the path. So let's go find him. Well, I found him. There's the Bandit Leader. Let's see what his thing says. Honestly, I never use the journal. It's kind of cool. Even chaotic bands of outlaws can benefit from strong leadership due to the often hostile and competitive nature of bandit groups. Through a combination of strength and cunning or simply inspiring fear, only the most grizzled veterans are able to rise to the top and lead a group effectively, often with a cunning mind for strategy and manipulation. These leaders are rarely seen on the roads and instead delegate orders from a hidden outpost. Nonetheless, they remain some of the most formidable bandits you'll have the displeasure of meeting. I have a feeling he won't be that formidable, but we're going to find out. All right, see what this guy's got. You stab him with an axe for. And that was the bandit leader. Bing bong. What do we got? An amethyst. His head. Cool. What's in the chest? Not shit. All right, and that was the 2 fab sewer bosses. Next up on the menu, Tindrum, which has the Illusionist, which you already saw in episode 3, I believe. But we're going to do them again just for funsies. And then what else is in Tindrum? The Illusionist and another bandit leader. So we're going to go do those, and then we're back to MK. All right, for now, we will bid Fabrinum farewell as we head west to Tindrum. We're going to unstable our horse. Yep, the third has come back to us once more. Is he fed? Yeah, he's fed. All right, to Tindrum we go. All right, back in beautiful Tindrum. Let's go ahead and stable up. And what I actually wanted to do really quick that I thought about I should have done in Fab, but I didn't for some reason, is you can get soldier tasks for the bosses in the sewers. So let's see which one's up, and might as well get a little reputation, little Clade, you know? So let's take a quick peek. The Undercroft, Minotaur Guard, great. Oh, Gravekeepers and Fab Tower. All right, doesn't look like there is one. Okay, into the sewers we go. Let's go get the Illusionist and Bandit Leader here in Tindrum. All right, we're down here where the Bandit Leader spawns, and we are hanging out with our boy Ribs here. I don't actually know this guy, but as I was going into the sewers, I saw he was going in. I didn't want to have to contest with him for the bosses, so I was like, hey, man, you want to go do a boss rush with me? So shout out Ribs, the goat, little Vila boy. Anyways, we're going to sit here, and we are going to wait for the boss. Oh, there he is. Let's go get him. All right, here is the bandit leader in Tindrum Sewers. It is literally the same fight. My boy Ribs is with me. Being a little Vila tank. Taking the ad off me. It's the same exact fight. Easy stuff. And dead. No cape, bummer. All right, let's get a book drop, shall we? He's up to. Sure. All right, here we are back at the Illusionist. Just like in episode 3. Again, just smash and pass, right? This is a very easy boss. All of the bosses in all the sewers are extremely easy. I don't even know why I'm trying to parry him. You notice that by spamming overheads, both of us, we've bugged out both of the ads. What do we get? Book?
Nah, just some regents and some gold.
Bummer. All right, brother. I'm going to continue my journey onto MK. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
All right. Farewell, Ribs. All right. Back to MK we go. Now, I don't want to ride all the way there. I'm just lazy. It's a fucking Saturday afternoon. I got some stuff I want to do with my family later, so we are going to ghost to MK, but not just any ghost. We're going to home teleport. So the cool thing is, since our home is set up in MK, from anywhere on the map, we can use our handy-dandy suicide button, and we can teleport all the way there. It's the only form of fast travel in the game. So for example, let's say I had just a quick errand to run. Let's say I play out of Tindrum. I had a quick errand to run in Fab or MK or wherever, somewhere else, Moki, Vada, whatever. And it was just a one-way trip. Well, I would set my home priest here. I would ghost there, like respawn in the city that I want to do my thing in, buy whatever I need to buy, and then suicide and home priest, and boom, I'm back. It's a one-way trip, you know? Let's go ahead and home priest to MK and do the final stretch of the sewer boss rush, the last 3 bosses in the MK sewers. Oh, also, suiciding with trinkets does take a charge, so all these charges will go down to 2, but that's all right. And maybe we will cross paths with Yep the Third once again at some point here in Tindrum. But until then, back to MK. There are a lot of people in MK right now, and this could turn into a pretty dangerous sewer run, depending on who's down there. So I did do a little bit of upgrading. I'm in full steel with Panzer Calardian Banded legs. The reason I went with the Calardian Banded legs is because they are quiet when you run, and that's going to be important for me getting around as undetected as possible down in the sewers. So we got 3 bosses down in the sewers. We got the rat boss, we've got the slum den leader, and we've got the drug den leader. So let's get started. All right, and up there is Slum's gang leader. So this guy can be a little tricky just because he attacks really fast, and it's a little dark in here. I'll raise the gamma in post. But yeah, he just attacks quick with a dagger, just parry back and forth. He's got some parry skills as well. Oh my goodness, I need to shut the fuck up. Taking too many hits here. Look at him go! Hang on, let's kill the ad. Okay. Oh my goodness. Boys, don't look. Okay, we got him. He dropped a trinket, look at that. Alright, that is the Slums gang leader. That is number 1 here in the Morinker sewers. Alright, and here we are. Let's see if he's up. Yep, Tribrat Chieftain. Okay, this is, of all the boss fights that I'm going to be doing in this episode, this is the one I'm a little worried about. The reason I'm a little worried about this, I'm going to switch my better sword. The reason I'm a little worried about this is because in order to solo this boss, I'm pretty sure it is imperative that I am parrying, even in steel armor. We'll see. But I don't know how to I don't know what his attacks look like, and I know they're janky. Usually when I fight this guy, somebody else will tank, and I just smack him in the ass. So let's see what happens. Would suck to get killed by this guy. Here we go. We do have lifesteal if we need it. Hello? There he is. Look at this dude! Oh, we might be okay. Oh, he doesn't hit that hard. We're fine. Is he gonna attack? Maybe not. This boss is a little buggy. This boss has been around for a long time. I pop my lifesteal here. Gotta make sure I get the most out of my lifesteal. Keep doing damage. 62. I thought that would do more. Alright, we're good. I didn't even have to parry a single attack. How funny is that? Fuck you, man. Got him. These guys die in 1 hit. Alright. Nice and simple. No cape. Unfortunate. Okay. That is the Tribrat Chieftain. So we are 2 for 3 here in Morinker and 6 for 7 total. So we have 1 last boss to fight today, and that is the Drug Den Leader. I have no clue where he is in this sewer, so we are going to go on a bit of a journey to find him. Let's get started. Alright, I finally found it. This is such a fucking cool area of the Morinker sewers, honestly. MK sewers are kind of bland, except for this specific spot. And I always remember thinking this is one of the cooler boss arenas here in this next room. But anyways, there he is, Drug Den Leader. Nothing to be scared of. It's just a dude with a sword. It's the same as any other scoundrel, except parries a little better and does a little more damage. Let's do this. I'm gonna hit a spin on him. Ready? What a noob. I'm gonna hit a double spin on him. Watch this. Wait, that wasn't a double spin. That was more like a look away for a second. Alright, well, bye-bye. And with that, we are done. Let's see, no good drops. The Super Boss Rush is done. So let's go ahead, make our way back up to the surface, and let's wrap up this episode. Alright, guys. That about does it for today, episode 4. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, keep an eye out for episode 5, because episode 5 is all about group content. We're going to try and get some bounties done. If there's red players online to kill, of course. But we're going to try. We're going to be doing dungeons, looking for a cape. It's going to be great. But let's just summarize what we did today really quick. Obviously, we hit Clade level 18. Great progress there. We got a starter set of trinkets. And we finished the sewer boss rush. So let's take a look at the graphic here. And you will notice that 2 of them are already checked off. So I'm going to try and do at least 1 item on this list per episode. That being said, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, as always. This series takes a lot of time to make. The editing's not too bad, but there's a lot of grinding and a lot of recording and re-recording that I have to do and make sure I'm not stumbling over my words every 12 seconds. So thank you guys so much for the support, the comments, the likes. I've had people come up to me in-game and go, "Oh, nope, I like your videos." It's really cool to see the community coming together around this content. So thanks, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the next episode. Take care.